I wish I shared a bed with someone better, a man who understood the condemnation his actions would incur from other people. This man has no good sense, no self-control, no capacity to change. One day, he surely will receive his retribution. But come now, brother, sit here with me. You have endured the greatest pain and grief because of us, because of me, a dog, and Paris with his folly and delusion. Zeus set an evil lot upon us all, to make us topics of a stranger's tale for people in the future still unborn. Hola amigos, amigas, hi friends, what's good? My name is Erica and welcome back to my library. Today we're going to go over books 5 and book 6. I got a little lost there. Okay, book 5 and book 6 of the Iliad. So I will be summarizing what happens in book 5 and book 6. Book 5 is called Gods on the Battlefield. Both armies are now in full battle, full confrontation mode, and both sides are being assisted by gods. Athena is still on the Greek side. She's still helping out the Greeks, and she gives strength and courage to Diomedes. Diomedes is one of their top fighters. With this strength and with this courage, Diomedes essentially turns into the equalizer and starts killing Trojans left and right. Just heads, arms off, bah, bah, bah. He's fighting so fiercely that you could not even tell where he is, that he's on the Greek side, because he's so far into Trojan lines. Pandarus, remember Pandarus? He's the one who shot Menelaus, sees this guy killing, decimating Trojan numbers, taking them out without breaking a sweat, and Pandarus shoots him with an arrow. It hits Diomedes in the shoulder, and Pandarus believes that this is a killing blow because he is believed to be the best archer on the Trojan side. He hits Diomedes and he starts to tell the other Trojans, I got their best fighter, let's go! He won't make it to sundown. He thinks that his arrow was enough to kill Diomedes. Diomedes, this basically just kind of pauses him a little bit. Diomedes' friend Sthenelus is able to help him and take out the arrow. And while he's taking out the arrow, Diomedes starts praying to Athena, please, Athena, let me get close to that guy. That's insane. He's telling people that he killed me, but he didn't kill me. I can't be defeated. Let me get close enough to him because he's telling people that he killed me. He didn't. No, that's not correct. You can't be spreading lies like that on the battlefield. Hearing Diomedes' prayers, Athena comes down and she says to him, Son of Tydeus, I gave you the same courage and put that in your heart, the same courage that I gave your warrior father. You have my protection, strength, and courage. So go ahead, girl, do what you need to do. But she also said to him, I am going to remove from your eyes, clear your eyes of the mist that makes mortals not able to see gods. So now, when I clear that film off of your eyes, you'll be able to see gods. Okay, now that you can see gods on the battlefield, you will be able to see whether or not you should fight them. If you see an immortal god, a deathless god, don't fight them, because they're gods of war. The gods that are intervening are gods of war, like Ares, Apollo. Don't fight them. The only one that you should be fighting if you catch her on this battlefield is Aphrodite. If you see her, get her for me. Get Aphrodite for me. With this encouragement and with this new sight, he turns into the Terminator. He goes twice as hard as he was going before. While he is killing all of these Trojans, he's just... Aeneas is on the Trojan side. He sees Diomedes. Aeneas starts to look for Pandarus because he said, you know, we actually can't get close to this guy. We need our sniper. We need our archer. He finds Pandarus and he says, hey, you need to get this guy who, I don't know who that is. You need to get him because he is killing us left and right. He's actually impacting our fighting numbers, so I need you to go get him. Pandaros sees who it is and he says, "Ow, hold on. I thought he was dead." I thought, wait, oh, this is the second time this happens. He starts feeling sorry for himself. He says, "I can't confront him. I didn't even bring my chariot. I left my chariot at home because I didn't want my horses to suffer during the war." Aeneas is like, "Stop feeling sorry for yourself. If you want, we can go in my chariot and we can go catch up to this guy because we need to take him out. He's the best fighter they got. We got to go get him. I know that you tried to shoot him. I need you to do better next time. I'm going to give you another chance to make up for that loss. Hop on, let's go." They start going towards Diomedes. Diomedes' bestie, Sthenelus sees Aeneas and Diomedes, and Sthenelus recognizes Aeneas and he says, "Diomedes, girl, we gotta go. Diomedes, don't confront those two because that one, Aeneas, is a son of Aphrodite." He said a son of who? Oh, he wants to fight them both. He does not care that Aeneas is a son of Aphrodite, so therefore he's blessed by the gods. And he tells Sthenelus that he not only wants to defeat them, and he wants Aeneas's horses that are pulling his chariot because those horses are special. Why are they special? Those horses are descended from horses, magical horses, that were gifted to King Tros. See, Troy, Tros. King Tros, which is, the OG king of Troy. They were gifted to Tros by Zeus because Zeus kidnapped Ganymede. Ganymede was the son of King Tros that Zeus kidnapped because he was so beautiful to be his cupbearer, if you catch my drift, okay? Those horses of Aeneas are descended from those original magical, mystical, wonderful horses that were gifted to King Tros from Zeus. Also, when you defeated someone in combat, you would defeat them and you would take their swords, their weapons, their armor. You could also take their chariot. You're not only killing them, you are taking as trophies and as prizes their wealth that they brought to the battlefield. Because armor is expensive. Bronze armor, gold armor, silver armor, that's expensive. What would happen is the soldiers you would defeat somebody, and then whoever's driving your chariot or your other assistants on the battlefield would help you collect and take back all of those prizes that you won from the person that you defeated. So he wants those horses real bad. Pandaros and Aeneas start charioting over. Pandaros confronts Diomedes. Diomedes ends up killing Pandaros off pretty easily, unfortunately. R.I.P. to him. He's with Hades now. He starts fighting Aeneas, and he even picks up a boulder and hits Aeneas in the hip shot. And that, it breaks his pelvis, and it's very dramatic, and he falls to the ground and he's trying to hold himself up. Aphrodite sees her baby in distress, and Aphrodite comes down and scoops up her baby. She is able to protect her child from a killing blow, even though he's severely injured. She thinks that she isn't seen by everybody else, but Diomedes can see her, and Diomedes said, "I know that ain't who I think it is, girl." He starts attacking her and he cuts her wrist, and she gets frightened. She said, "Oh, this mortal just scratched me." She passes off her son Aeneas, who's injured, to Apollo. Sthenelus is able to steal the horses from Aeneas's chariot. So they are able to steal his horses. Sorry. She is helped by Iris off of the battlefield. Aphrodite goes to her mother and shows her her wrist. Her mother is Dione. And she's like, "Ma, that mortal man is crazy. I thought this couldn't happen to me. What do you mean we can get injured by mortals? What do you mean mortals can injure us?" And her mother essentially explains to her, Yes, we are technically deathless gods, but that doesn't mean we're invulnerable to injury from mortals. Mortals, we get into scuffles with mortals all the time. Mortals hurt us all the time. Don't even worry about that man, that mortal man. Mortals who fight with gods don't live a very long time, so he's never going to return home. Like, don't even worry about it. Aphrodite is complaining to also her father, everyone, all the Olympians are there. Hera and Athena are also watching and laughing to themselves and snickering. So Athena tells Zeus, like, Father, you know what I think happened to her? Maybe she was down there convincing some Greek woman to run off with a Trojan, and when she went to go touch that Greek woman's dress, she injured her wrist on a golden pin holding that woman's dress up. Maybe she scratched herself on a golden pin. Maybe she shouldn't be down there convincing women to leave their husbands. And Zeus tells Aphrodite, stop messing around with war. You're the goddess of love and desire and marriage. Stick to what you know. Don't go down there. You saw what happened when you went down there. You're not a god of war. In the meantime, while she's getting a band-aid for her scratch, Apollo is on the battlefield protecting Aeneas, and Diomedes tries to lunge at Aeneas, and Apollo, is able to swat him off because Diomedes can see that it's Apollo, but he doesn't care. And so he keeps trying to attack Aeneas while Apollo is protecting him. So by the third or fourth time, Apollo's like, who do you think you're trying to fight? Who do you think you are? You think you're a god now? You think you can fight me? Back off. Diomedes says, note taken. Yep, forgot my place. Hold on. I forgot I wasn't supposed to fight you guys. Apollo is able to take Aeneas to one of his temples, and his mother Leto and Artemis heal Aeneas. Apollo then returns and he starts talking to Ares, who's just sitting there, and he said, didn't you say you were going to help the Trojans? Why are you just standing there? Ares disguises himself as a Trojan ally and starts to tell them, they got Aeneas. Aeneas is injured. You guys need to keep fighting. Are you going to keep letting those Greeks beat us like this? Ares the god of war, decides to start helping the Trojans more actively. Aeneas gets a new hip. He gets a hip replacement. He's able to come back, and everybody's so happy. They're like, oh my God, he's actually back. Sarpedon, who is a ally of the Trojans, and he's actually a son of Zeus on the Trojan side, confronts Hector because he says, Hector, hey, didn't you say that you and all of your bros, all your family were going to be here and they were going to be able to ward off the Greeks on their own? But it looks to me like the only people who are actually putting their lives on the line and fighting are all of your allies. You need to take up the mantle of leader and lead these people. Make sure that they're not breaking their, what is it called? I've never been to war before. They're not breaking formation. Thank you, Beyonce. Let's get in formation. They're not breaking their formations. You need to make sure that they're actually encouraged to fight for you, because the whole issue started with your family and your family's not here. We're getting massacred out there. Don't give us a reason to reproach you. Don't give us a reason to look down on you. Like, we're here to help you, but you have to step up and lead us to victory, because right now, this is disorganized, girl. Where's the leadership? Where's the manager? This confrontation between Sarpedon and Hector really hurts Hector in his heart, because he feels really guilty about what he's saying, and it helps him really reflect on his role as a leader. So after that, he, as we say, se pone las pilas, and he starts killing Greeks. Athena sees that Ares is helping the Trojans, and she actually gets really upset because apparently Ares had told Athena and told Hera that he was going to help them on the Greek side. So she says, what's he doing over there? And Diomedes sees Ares, the god of war, and attacks him with a spear. Now, Diomedes is able to spear Ares in the side because he throws his spear, and Athena guides his spear to hit its mark and hit Ares in the side. Ares has to go. Ares goes up to Mount Olympus so that he can heal from his injury on his side that was inflicted on him by a mortal. And he starts to complain to Zeus, like, who does that guy think he is? Now apparently mortals can fight the gods. What's going on? Zeus says, don't even whine to me, boy. I don't even like you. You remind me too much of your mama Hera. You're so strong-willed and disobedient. Don't come to me. And you're always ruining things for humans. Because in this translation, they call Ares a plague upon humanity. That's mean, but he is the god of war. And that is the end of book 5. Now we're going to move on to book 6. Book 6 is titled The Prince of Honor. In this book, Hector has decided to go and find Paris. He said, where is he? Actually, we're out here dying. So he's able to go back behind the city gates and go to Paris's house to look for him. And that's where he finds that Paris is essentially kind of just lounging, lamenting, depressed, saying, I'll be there. I know you guys are probably looking for me. I'm so ashamed that I'm so worthless and useless, you guys. In this book, Hector is able to say goodbye to his wife and his mother. He's able to see his son for the last time. And he is able to talk to his wife Andromache, and Andromache tells him about how her personal family was affected by Achilles and by the Greeks, how her father was killed, her mother was sold into slavery, and then, was killed by one of the gods. What you're seeing is these women are lamenting what is going to happen to them when the Trojans lose. They're hoping that the Trojans will not lose, but they understand the reality of it is truly life or death. If you die, if you, Hector, die, you're the best fighter we have. So you're not only protecting the entire city, you're protecting us, and we will end up either dead or enslaved. Those are literally our two options. And what's interesting is in this book, you also see how they themselves are surrounded and waited upon by women who are enslaved. Not only are they're reflecting on, oh, this could actually be my reality. My reality is I am a woman in a position of privilege because of what my husband does and who he is. But if he fails at his job is to protect us, I'm going to end up either dead or enslaved. I'm going to end up someone's trophy. They're going to end up like Briseis. They're going to end up like Chryseis. He doesn't want that fate to fall upon them. They are hoping that he is able to survive these trials, but knowing how the gods operate and knowing how little they can depend on the gods looking out for them, you cannot put your faith in those gods. You can pray to them, you can hope that they're going to look out for you, but at the end of the day, everything is up to them and everything's also up to fate. So if it is your destiny to die a certain way, you're going to die that way. If it's your destiny to end up enslaved and end up a footnote in someone else's story and in another hero's journey, that's how you're going to end up. So this book just helps you understand Hector as not only a warrior, but a family man, a father, a husband, a brother-in-law for Helen, and what his struggles are and the responsibility that he carries on his shoulders. That's what book 6 is. That's it for books 5 and 6. Thank you so much for watching. Next week we will go over book 7 and book 8, and we'll see you next time.